We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act but a habit. Those were the words of the great philosopher Aristotle. And today those words were never more poignant. What I'm about to share with you today, most of you already know, instinctively, however. But common sense is not always common practice. Let me repeat that. Common sense is not always common practice. Before we talk about maximizing our skills and talents, I want to share with you four basic truths that we need to move forward to maximize those talents and skills. Hi, I'm Dr. Ken from Attract Freedom, and today I want to talk to you about maximizing our talents and skills. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that way when I make more videos like this, you'll be the first to be notified. The first basic truth is an open mind. We need to keep an open mind. If you don't have an open mind, nothing's going to happen for you. They say the mind is like a parachute. It needs to be open to work. The second basic truth is the fact that the only thing holding us back are our limiting beliefs. Our limiting beliefs about ourselves, that we're not worthy of it, our limiting beliefs about others, that we do not trust others, and our limiting beliefs about the world, the types of thoughts and the ways we were brought up to think about this world of ours. Those are the things that can hold us back. The third basic truth is the fact that we're more powerful than we think. And we live in a world where if we understood our power, we would do fantastic things, because we would realize that there's nothing that we cannot do, be, and have. The only thing holding us back is clarity. The fourth basic truth is that we live in an abundant universe. There's more than enough for anybody and everybody. The only thing that holds people back is the fact that we think that there's not enough. But if you look around you, really, you see it. How many supermarkets do you have around? They're all surviving. How many bakeries, how many doctors do you see practicing? How many clinics do you go to? How many, whatever. You name one profession, I would show you thousands of them. And the ones that are not working are the ones who believe that there's not enough to go around, because maybe they're not willing to try different approaches and not willing to try new ways to look at the same topic or to be different. And we'll talk about that later when I talk about uniqueness. The first big idea is that hard work beats talent every single time. It would be a fallacy to think that that is not the fact. The thing about it is this: you can have a lot of talent, but if you don't add hard work to it, you're not going anywhere. Just look around you. There's so many people who have talents, but because they are not putting the work to it, they're not getting to where they want to go. You look at big names like, let me take musicians for example. Take Jay-Z, take Rihanna, take all those top people. Or take even the corporate guys like Jeff Bezos and Warren Buffett and all the other guys. I mean, these are guys at the top of their life. But do you know how hard they work? Don't fool yourself. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. They put all that work into it, and they keep doing it over and over again. Their hours are long, long hours, and that's why they've gotten to where they want to go. So it's not just talent. Hard work plays a role. Talent will always make it a bit easier, but it's not the same thing. In fact, there are many talented people today who would probably be considered unsuccessful if they hadn't put in the effort to get to where they're supposed to get today. When I think of David Goggins, for instance, he wrote a book called Can't Hurt Me. Very good book, by the way. And that book talks about, you see where he came from. He didn't have talent, but he put in the hard work. And because he put in the hard work, he made it to be who he is today. He was fat, out of shape, and then he became a Navy SEAL and an athlete. He beat all odds to become who he is today. Another one is Lewis Howe, and you should check out his show. Lewis Howe talks about all the obstacles he overcame. Amazing people. The next idea is the fact that we need to know why. Why are we doing what we're doing? Because if you don't understand why you're doing something, it's hard to stay motivated. You need to understand what motivates you. Define your why. It was Michael Hyatt's wife, Gail Hyatt, who said, people lose their way when they lose their why. Let me repeat that. People lose their way when they lose their why. You need to get an insight into yourself and your motivation by asking yourself a few questions. Ask yourself, what do I want for myself? What do I want for my family? What do I want for my community? What do I want for my country? Or what do I want for my world? And finally, what will make me happy? Those are the things you need to ask yourself in order to define your why. The next big idea is to follow your passion. I know you've heard it over and over again. They say follow your passion. And then a lot of people don't even know what their passion is. But your passion is the thing that you could do 24/7 without even thinking about food, water, or whatever it is, where you wouldn't mind doing extra hours just because you love it. That's your passion. Think about that and follow your passion. Pursue anything and everything that pertains to your field of practice. Do not let limitations or barriers stand in the way of your goals. You will never know how good you are if you never try something you love. So try what you love. You will be amazed about it. There's a saying, the talent that goes undiscovered is like the legend that stays undiscovered. Let me repeat that. The talent that goes undiscovered is like a legend that stays undiscovered. Next big thought is to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. The minute you start something with so much self-doubt, the race is nearly lost. So you need to start believing in yourself. You have to see yourself as a person with a lot of potential. You have to have that can-do attitude and to constantly explore new opportunities. Believe in yourself and others too will feel confident in your abilities. Do not just believe in yourself. Own your uniqueness. You're unique. There's no one exactly like you on this planet. You're that one sperm that made it to become you. So that you need to understand that there is no fingerprint like yours in the world. You're unique. There's no one exactly like you on this planet. So own who you really are and embrace all of your quirks and idiosyncrasies. They may seem silly or even annoying to some, but they define you and set you apart from everyone else. Don't ever forget that. You're special and unique. Be yourself. Don't worry so much about being accepted by society. Instead, focus on making sure you accept yourself, be true to yourself, and follow your heart. That's where your uniqueness lies. The next big idea is to become a lifelong learner. Understand that there are 5 levels of learning. The first level of learning is where you are unconsciously incompetent, which means you don't know that you don't know. The second level of learning is where you are consciously incompetent. Now you know that you have no clue about what you're doing, right? The third level is where you're consciously competent, right? Where now you know what you're supposed to know and you're working harder to make it better. And then the next level is where you're unconsciously competent. Now you're doing things, it's becoming a habit. This is where the habit is now forming and you're getting into the groove. They say it takes about 266 days to achieve something like that, or a little more. And then you go on to mastery, where you take over 10,000 hours. Mastery is where you've become the expert. If you've read the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about the 10,000 hours, and it means you've spent 10,000 hours or more doing what you're supposed to do over and over again, and because of that, you have become an expert. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. I want to hear from you. Which one of these tips are you going to implement this week? What did you learn from this? Comment below. Let me know which one of the tips is going to help you grow and which one is going to help you grab an opportunity to move forward. So, a quick recap. Hard work beats talent every single time. Don't forget that. Define your why. Follow your passion. Believe in yourself. Own your uniqueness. Never ever stop learning. Focus on your strengths and not your weakness. Well, that's a wrap for part 1. Check here soon for part 2 of the series, Maximizing Your Talents and Skills. You were born to make a difference. Set mind to purpose. You're more powerful than you think. See you soon.